right? You got to change something, right? Some things have to change. And so I did everything I possibly could. Everything, you guys, everything. And I got to that big event. I shared a room with like 8 girls. It was crazy. But it was one of the best things. I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for that. If it wasn't for Patrick pushing me to go to the big event. I just wouldn't. There's just no way. And now you could just click and get on, right? So some of you guys who don't have a ticket, you guys, this is a place that you want to make sure you are there and you're focused and engaged. You guys, I have 3 children. I have a 10-year-old, I have an 8-year-old, and I have a 2-year-old. This business has allowed us to do everything for them. I'm not a $1 million income earner, but my husband and I went from saying, okay, he got out of the military and nobody would hire my husband. Nobody would hire him. Home Depot called him back and said, hey, can you move to Louisiana? This is a guy who did 3 tours overseas. And now we run a business together. We went from a 2-bedroom, 1-bath little house in Illinois, right? We went from California to Illinois, just so you know, and then we ended up in Indiana, right? For 10 years in the Midwest. And then now we're in Texas, you know, and we're in Dallas and we're moving to Houston. I'm so excited of what's happening next in the company, and you don't want to miss it. So if you don't have a ticket, well, number 1, got to get a ticket. Got to get a ticket for you to log on. Now it's not too late. You guys, we just bought another 16 tickets, just so you know. No, I'm sorry. 12 tickets. Another 12. We just added another 12 because people are like, wait, I want to go. I want to hear Pitbull. I want to hear such and such, right? I want to hear Manchina. I want to hear whoever it is that you want to go hear, like listen to speak. By the way, I'm going to be speaking also. Helen, you're going to be speaking as well, right? Is that you?
No, I'm not, my friend, but I will at the next one.
That's right, Helen. Helen, you're making waves. I know it because people like, I see the messages on the MD chat, and Helen's name is like, wait a minute, Helen's coming up. Come on, Helen. Like, right. And by the way, it's your job. Your Helen, whoever's bass shop and super bass and all that, your guys' team, the teams, who's on here? Is it all of MAXLIFE or is it?
Yeah, it's all of MAXLIFE.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Spring Eatman. Yes. It's not just BCE. It's all of MAXLIFE.
Oh, you guys, hold on a second. I don't think you understand how much I love Curtis and Spring. You guys, Spring's name on my phone. This is how long I've known Spring. Spring's name on my phone does not say Spring Eatman. I haven't changed it. It says Spring Parker. That's her name on my phone. That's how long I've known her, okay? And I haven't changed it. It's my fault. I haven't changed it. But I remember meeting them and what they've done. Oh my gosh, these guys just made 60 grand in a month. In a month. I mean, they're setting the example. Helen just crossed over $20,000. Are you kidding me? Like, these guys are setting the example. They're setting the example. But I guarantee you, it's all because of big events. If you want to know, you know when people go, what's the secret? What's the secret? It's big event. It's big event. It's the most equalizer, more than the GEB, more than the great equalizer bonus. It's the biggest equalizer is big event. Why? Because you bring people and other people train them for you in 3 days with what you could have done in 6 months. Does that make sense? Like, that's what'll happen. Other people that are 6 figures, 7 figures, right? That they can relate to. That's what happens. How can you train other people if you're brand new or you're trying to figure this thing out? Or you've been on by the way, there's all these stages in the business, right? The quitting stage, the lying stage, like all these stages, right? Whatever stage you're in, you could be in the quitting phase and you go, I just want to get reignited, right? Right? Like, I just want to be reignited to sell me again on why I got started. Yes. Like, that's what big event does for you. That's what it does. And I tell you, Yeah. Here's what I will say. Don't expect your leadership to spend a lot of time with you if you don't show up to the big event. Don't expect them to show up to show up for you, because here we go. I'll tell you this much. We're running a volunteer army. This is volunteer. You don't have to be here as much as your leaders don't have to work with you. They want to, because it's changed their life. They want to work with you. They want you to see what they see. They want you to feel the success that they have. That's the beauty of this business. This is why this company was created. This is why we got started when we said saving America, bringing back hope, all of that stuff. That's why. Because it gives people an opportunity, people like you and I, you and me. Is that grammatically correct? Yeah, you and me, right? Right? This is a girl, I don't have a college degree. My husband was a hydraulic mechanic in the military. Does that make sense? We just wanted to do something different. And I'm going to tell you, like, this is what it's allowed leaders, like, look at the Matt and Sheenas, look at, I mean, your leaders, are you kidding me? All of your marketing directors, all your SVP, are you kidding me? All of these guys, it's just given that opportunity. And so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of the fun. By the way, it's so different, like, to be on virtual than to be live. So I don't know whoever's first event it is, put your name in there if, what do you call it? If it's your first event. I want to see how many people's first event. Like, this is like we're breeding virtual babies here, okay? Like, virtual. Ashton, you're the one who hit MD, right? You hit MD?
I'm unofficial, but it will be done in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited.
Come on now. Ash, look at all these new people. You guys, those of you guys who have been to a big event before, I'm excited for you, because you're going to get a lot of juice. You know how important it is. And that's why you're telling all of these new guys how important it is to go. But those of you guys who are going for the first time, I am most excited for you. I am most excited for you, because honestly, 100%, that's literally the juice of this business, is the new people. It's so you can experience what we are, where you are, we were, every single one of us. That first experience, that first, you know what I mean, at an event, the first time you went out of the field, the first time you closed a sale, the first time, like, I've experienced every single one of those things. And I'm going to tell you something, it is so absolutely magical. Every single experience, don't take it for granted. Especially you guys, those of you guys who have kids, you know how there's milestones in kids' lives. This is a milestone for you in your life. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a male, female. I don't care where you come from. I don't care any of that. This company was created for people like you and me to have this opportunity. This is a level playing field. Doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm saying. It does not matter. This is a level playing field. I mean, for God's sakes, 50-something percent, 54% are women in our company. Our CEO is Middle Eastern. Not true. Like, if you're not reading the book of the month, I looked for it too. I was like, but if you're not reading the book of the month, let me tell you about the book of the month, just so you know who Patrick Bet-David is. I cried. I was crying. Let me explain to you. Number one, because the stories that he's saying about starting PHP and all that stuff, I saw it. I watched it. And I'm so excited for the next 10 years with people like Matt and Sheena, with people like Curtis and Spring, with people like, you know, all these chairmen who are just in the game, and the next 10 years are going to be phenomenal. The best is yet to come. That's one. And I cried also because you're talking about, in that book, he talks about, I think he pulled the best of his trainings that he's trained all of us on. And he just put it all in one book. That's what he did. It's absolutely phenomenal. And you get to hear from the CEO and his last event. Listen, I'm excited about all of the speakers, the guest speakers, all of them. But I think I'm most excited about even hearing our, that last dance, that last big event. I'm excited about that. I think I'm more emotional about that than anything else. I truthfully am. But then the other part is the newest person coming in. You're coming in at such an amazing point in this company. All of the mistakes have been made. There's no guessing game. There's people, this works, so that you can't go, oh, has the system produced millionaires? Yes, it has. That means you could be the next. Like, all of the guessing game is out, right? You did your $199 to invest in the system. The system works. Now you got to go work. You know, when people go like this and they say something like, God willing. No, God is willing. You've got to go do the work. And it starts with going to the big event, you guys. It truthfully starts with the big event. And so I'll tell you, the people that don't have a ticket, get yourself a ticket. Look, as we're sitting here, literally, I got another 2. Literally, this is what's happening right now. I've had people go, hey, do you still have tickets? Hey, do you still have tickets? This is what's happening. Get yourself your ticket and get there and attend the big event. Have an outcome. If it's your top 3 outcomes, before you go into big event, have your outcomes. What do you want to get out of big event? What do you want? Who do you want? Who are you most excited to see or hear from? But what clarity do you need in order to come back and get to work? Go with an outcome. Don't go there just to attend and click on and have an earpiece in. Don't do that. My recommendation is that you have an outcome. You have an outcome. Because I promise you, when you write it down, as you're listening to the speakers, you know what you're listening for. So when you come out of it, you know exactly how you're running. Make sense? Cool. So stay focused, stay committed. I want to tell you guys again, Helen, Curtis, Spring. I see Joel Molina. I see you here as well, as marketing director. I know unofficially, I think Belinda and Ashton, all of your MDs, everybody who's on here who's an MD. I appreciate you allowing me to speak. Honestly, I love your organization. I don't think you understand how much I love your organization. Your uplines are some of my favorite people in the world. And by the way, big event is probably the biggest family reunion for us. So it hurts that we don't get to see each other. But I also know the power of it and the power of the convention. You guys are going to be able to look at stuff and go, I want to go in that room. I want to go in that room at the comfort of your own home. You don't have to spend on tickets. Meaning you don't have to spend on flights. You don't have to spend on hotel. You don't have to spend on any of that. It's literally click, I'm on. That's what you got to do. It's the hardest part of it. My goodness. Okay. It's just get on and stay focused, stay committed. And so when you get out of the big event, you're ready to go because it's fall season. It's fall season and you guys got to go. What you think you're going to do for marketing director, you better go be an SMD. What you think you're going to do in 30 days, I'm telling you, you guys are going to run and you guys have Million Point Base Shop. I'm going to see some of you guys at Million Point Base Shop. Yes, Million Point Base Shop. Some of you guys, I'm excited about Lake Tahoe to see you guys. So that being said, I appreciate your guys' time. Go rock and roll. Go get more registrations. You can still register people. That's the beauty of it. Go register more people. Have them log on. Friends, family, hey, listen to this. Hey, listen to this. Right? So no getting up at 4:30 in the morning. That's right, to get a good seat. We used to sleep underneath the stage. Don't play around. I know what that's like. We used to sleep underneath the stage to make sure that we were sitting in the front because we were going to attend. And right now you have a front row seats. No excuses. No excuses. You have a front row seats. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but Let's rock and roll. I look forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you so much, Veronica.
Love, guys.
Veronica, that was fire.
That was fire.
Thank you. That was so powerful, Veronica. Thank you so much. You know, my favorite part is, you know, God is willing. He's willing, and he's given you a front row seat. So it doesn't get better than that, guys. And so thank you so much, Veronica. I just absolutely love that you are one of my mentors. You've been there, and so you know. And so thank you for your friendship. We're gonna carry that relationship on the next 10 years. So, you know, we're gonna move pretty quickly here.